So what's up everyone, it is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the new complexion collection from Miss Kirsten Dominique, or Dominique Cosmetics itself, the wide awake collection, excuse me. So I got everything. I got the translucent powder instead of one to match my skin tone, because I want to see if it has a blurring effect going on. I don't really notice blurring on the sides of my face, where I put powder that matches my skin tone. I really try to look for it when it comes toward the underneath the eye, because that's where the pores are really big. Why is my baddie always trying to die whenever I start these videos, girl? Anyway, so I have the wide awake concealer in the shade Honey Roast. I have the translucent powder, and then I had the Essentials Beauty Sponge. So we will get into them and see how they work. Now, I bought the bundle. I think it was on sale for like $53.70, and then I think I got shipping for free if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that, so I'll check into it in a minute, but let me zoom you on in. If you're curious what's on my eyes, I have on a palette mashup. So I used the Lush Life palette from ColourPop alongside the new palette from Nomad. What's it called? Paradise Islands. I used those, and that's how we got this Powerpuff Girl situation, because as you can see, we got Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. I realized that after I got done, because that was not the plan at all, but here we are, girls. So anyway, let's get into this concealer. Okay, yeah, so they have it where you find your shade. I picked the shade, like I told you, Honey Roast. It wasn't necessarily matched to me to get, and then I picked the translucent powder, then I picked the sponge. Oh, and it's $34.70 apparently if you get two. I think I clicked on the sponge too. Let me see. Is she having a sale or something? Because it's saying $34.70 right now, but when I bought mine, I'm pretty sure it was like more than that. But I couldn't buy, if I remember correctly, I don't think I bought it from her app. I think I had to go to her actual website because the app was acting up on me. Anyway, let's read about this concealer. So that's what you're here for. The concealer is $26 on its own if you're curious. It says it's a natural, hydrating, and radiant finish with medium to full coverage. Use the first ever depuffing cooling wand to awaken tired eyes, designed to pick up the perfect amount of concealer, avoiding cakiness. Our formula is packed with caffeine to help boost circulation, minimize the appearance of dark circles, infused with antioxidants and vitamin E to defend against environmental stressors. Our long-wearing, lightweight formula melts into the skin, leaving you with a more wide-awake look. And it retails for $26. And it has 17 shades. So let's look into this powder, if I can find it. Where's the powder? Stop playing, Kirsten girl. Where's the powder? Okay, so now I'm going to look at the powder, and we can see the price of that. If it'll let me see the powder, good lord. It's like trying to force me to only look at it. Okay, here it is. The smooth, soft and blur setting powder. I have the shade Translucent. Our soft focus setting powder is infused with hyaluronic acid to lock in moisture and keep your makeup in place. The long-wearing, non-comedogenic formula mattifies without clogging your pores, leaving you with a smooth and blurred, flawless finish. It is vegan and cruelty-free, paraben-free, and gluten-free. And the translucent shade is sold out. Because I was talking to Babs Beauty about it, because I asked her, I'm like, are you giving us this review? Like, where is it? And she was like, they didn't send her PR, and she went to their website, and the one I got, the translucent one, was sold out. Now, normally, y'all know I don't get a translucent one, but I was like, we need to try it out today and see what's going on. So here we are. So that retails for $22. So let us open up and look at this applicator, because that's what I'm most curious about. It's like weird little metal applicator, so. And see, y'all, it literally is just a metal applicator. I'm loving the color I chose, by the way, because it seems to have like that mustardy tone I love in it. And y'all know I love the Marc Jacobs with the mustardy tone. That's actually what I have on right now. So we're gonna take all this cuteness off and get into it. I'm gonna touch on the sponge real quick just to see how the texture is of it before we you know, actually wet it, so I can kind of get a feel for it. Like a little bit of a velvet type feel to it, but it's not like, you know, that velvet sponge that I use to put on my powders or whatever. It seems like when you wet it, it'll be fine, because when that velvet one I wet it, I don't like the way it feels. So I like the way the sponge feels so far, but we'll have to see once it get wet. So I'm gonna go do all that and I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. If you're curious about the lip ombre, I ate lunch again and I have one. She plays hard. She's hard to get from Patrick Ta. I just put like a light pink lipstick in between to make it look like an ombre, just because I had 8 and I wasn't trying to reapply the same lipstick. Okay, y'all, so let's put this concealer on. So I told y'all I had the shade Honey Roast. I have on the Huda Beauty Luminous, Luminous Foundation. I forgot what shade I wear. I'm so sorry. But let's go ahead and put this on. So, it is nice and cooling when you first put it on. I'm sure you've heard that from other YouTubers though. I'm just kind of rubbing it underneath because it's giving me that nice cooling effect. I'm kind of taking it closer up in here because I have not slept yet. And I took Adriangameover to school this morning, so, you know, it's going to be a long day for mommy because it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I had to go do my oil change. I had a job interview. Keep me in your prayers. Hopefully I can, you know, snag it. And then, oh yeah, that feels nice and cool. So, just turn it this way because, you know, obviously on the front of my face it doesn't really matter if it's cooling or not, but yeah, so, and then I still have to go pick Adriangameover up from school and then try to, so I was like, I'll try to shoot these 2 videos now, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film tomorrow because I'm supposed to go somewhere with my friends. I'm like, since I'm supposed to go somewhere with my friends, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm not liking this on the rest of the face, of course, obviously because of the applicator, but it's fine underneath the eyes. I did go and wet the sponge and this is what it looks like now compared to how I showed you it earlier and how small it was, so let's get the blending out, y'all. Okay, so I'm trying to lightly tap it in to get the most out of the coverage. I feel like if I tap it in too much, it'll just make it disappear. And the point of having the coverage, not having any. And I feel like on the chin area, it kind of just disappeared. See, I feel like it's patchy. So I don't know if I let it's too wet, but it's like I wrung it out as much as I could. So maybe I'm just tapping it too hard and that's why it's picking up the coverage. Because I feel like it's definitely picking up the coverage. So when I put the powder underneath the eyes, I plan on doing one side with a brush and one side with a sponge, just because I know some people don't like to use a sponge when it comes to their concealer. I think some like to use a brush, so I figured if I did it on each side with each thing, then it'll help people who use a brush as well as people who use a sponge. Anyway, let's go underneath the eye. Now normally y'all know I like to start off with a brush underneath my eye for concealer and then a sponge, but I was like, today we're just going to use her sponge because we want to try out the sponge. And I know a lot of people usually use sponges and not brushes like I do and then blend out with a sponge later. I know that Diana does it the way I do with it. I think she, if I remember correctly, she does the way I do with a brush and then a sponge, or that might be her foundation. It's been so long since she uploaded a video, so I don't remember. Okay. Anyway, we're trying to blend out this concealer right now. I feel like it's doing a pretty good job on coverage. I have not slept though, so I mean like the little bit of dark circles you are seeing, which is very minimal. I feel like it's covering up pretty well, all things considered. And I just love the story behind this concealer. And I remember her telling that story before, but you know, I don't feel like she got as in depth with it the first time. Where did I put the concealer? Get it wrong if my lid as usual. Okay, no. So we're gonna do on my second coat like I normally do. So only thing I will say is I feel like this applicator doesn't pick up as much product as I'm used to with the other applicator, so I feel like I have to constantly dip back in. So I mean that's just a small like it's not really important complaint. It's just, you know, an observation I made, so I figured I'd share it. We're gonna try out the what is it, Charlotte Tilbury in my, you know, Teresa's Dead voice, what do you call it, contour wand today as well, just because, you know, I bought it when I bought those new Viseart palettes from Beauty Bay, since they came out on Beauty Bay before they came out on Viseart's website. Because I would have just waited and bought them from Viseart's website, but when I saw they came out from Beauty Bay first, I was like, fine, guess I have to get them at Beauty Bay, because, you know, not Beauty Bay, Beautylish, sorry, because that's where they came first, so that's what I went with. So let the concealer sit like that, and then we'll use the contour wand while we wait. Oh, you just pull it off. I've never used it, so I don't know. I got the shade medium dark. Of course, there's only 2 shades. She usually has a minimal shade range, so there's that. I'm just squeezing it till like something comes up. Or are you supposed to click it? Oh wait, no, it's right. You have to click it. So it's on off right now. Let me click it to up to where I can squeeze some out. Okay, I see it moving up in the wand now. So let's. I'm just do a little bit right here like I normally do. So I'm basically going to do it in the places I normally do bronze. So we're going to liquid contour and then I will bronze and off camera and stuff. And then I'm going to come back and show you all what the face fully looks like. But as you can see, it's not really showing up too much on me. So, or maybe I'm just not pushing enough out. I don't know. But I feel like it's just not showing up that much. It's like the Westman Atelier one that she initially came out when they had to come out with that darker shade ganache later on, because I feel like it's not really giving too much of anything for me. But again, that's just my personal opinion. So let me turn it off and put this back up. So I'm gonna take my concealer brush from Too Faced and just blend the middle here. And like an idiot, I forgot to bring a brush over here to do like I put on my face. So I'm just in and do with this baby brush, and hopefully it turns out okay, because I'm too lazy to get up and get another brush, because then I mean I have to turn off the camera and do a whole other situation that I'm just not willing to do. But as you can see, it pretty much blended away into nothing. I can see a little bit up here, but like I feel like, I mean, I guess you can see a little on the cheekbones as well while, you know, calling myself contouring. So yes, it's okay. Let's get into that, you know, sponging situation. So I'm gonna put the translucent powder all over my face, because obviously it's translucent and we can do that. So you're just gonna go ahead and do that. I'll try to let this concealer sit for a little while too to see if it gives better coverage. I feel like it's definitely giving better coverage, but sitting a little bit longer. I like concealers like this that the longer it sits, the better coverage it gives. Those quick drying ones don't really work for me because I already have the routine set and I'm used to like having to, you know, use a separate, use other products to manage my time of doing my makeup. So I prefer concealers that the longer they sit, the, you know, the more coverage they give. The ones that give coverage are fine if you're like in a rush and you need that coverage quickly, but if you're not, I'm not especially excited about them. So this is what our face is looking like with the concealer. I'm loving the hydrating glow that it's giving. I don't necessarily feel a lot of hydration in it, but I feel a little bit when I first put it on. Now it's just kind of like, you know, sitting there. So let's get the powder. Okay, Kirsten, out here blurring people's pores. Pores where? Where are they? I don't. Do you see them? They disappeared. It was magic. I don't know what sorcery the woman put in this powder, but you know, I don't see any pores. I don't see any dark circles underneath my eyes or anything. And I told y'all I did not get to go to sleep. I think I slept maybe 2 hours, maybe. Because I was talking to my friend at like 4:30 in the morning when I got home, so I didn't go to sleep till probably like 5. But look at that. How amazing that looks. Okay, Kirsten, out here, I see you now. So let me get out your little brush. I know I brought it in here. Is it in front of me? Is it underneath my legs? I'm telling y'all, stuff is always rolling underneath my legs. So I just be like, I just automatically assume something. Like, okay, here it is. So we're gonna use this Melt brush. Melt is actually currently have an amazing deal on that. What do you call it? The holiday collection they had come out. Okay, so it's looking really nice with the brush as well. Random side note, I'm gonna tap a little bit off though, because I don't want to over like do it. But I think it looks fine with a brush or sponge. Okay, Kirsten. Mrs. Dominique. Okay, Miss Kirsten Dominique, I'm here for it. It is a vibe. I am available. Yes, give it to me. I like either way just fine. But y'all can tell me down below which way you prefer. I'm just pressing in a little bit, but I feel like it looks fine with the brush. One sponge. I feel like it looks a little bit more airbrushed with the brush. It's just my personal opinion, because I guess it gets pressed into the pores a little bit more when I use the sponge. But we're gonna sponge the rest of my face with this powder, just so we can see how the face looks overall. Then I'll do the rest of my face off camera and, you know, checking with y'all later on tonight as usual. But honey, My only concern with this was like getting the cast, because like some powders say translucent and then I don't really feel like they are translucent for, you know, like everyone. But so far I feel like this one is working just fine. So I'm here for it. Okay. Okay. Okay, Dominique. This. I have a big smile on it. Cause it seems like this smile line over here is just real disrespectful. Okay, I must say I am thoroughly impressed. Look at my face, y'all. I like the brightness of the color I chose, because they tried to get me to pick a deeper one, but I like a little brighter, as y'all know, so I made sure I picked a brighter one. But I said the face as a whole looks nice and blurred, and you know, I am here for it. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm loving it. But I'm gonna go off camera now and do the rest of my face like I normally do, and I will check in with you all later on. Okay? Okay. Okay, y'all, so I've returned. It's the end of the night. Let's check out how this concealer and powder are doing. As you can see, there's oil around these parts of my face, so it's not that great with oil control. But I mean, Kirsten doesn't have oily skin, she has dry skin, so I can understand it not doing that. But I think it blurred excellently, and y'all saw in the video, along with the video that you're watching right now, which is this Viseart eyeshadow Petite 4 spring collection. But I think it looks pretty nice, and I love the color of this concealer. Like, the undertone of this is beautiful. Again, I have the shade Honey Roast, if you all remember, but I really like it. The only down part for me is you have to dip into the container quite a bit to get enough concealer out for the amount of concealer I like. Now, if you do that normal just 1-2 little swipe thing, then you should be fine. But we know I'm using like 50 pounds of concealer because I'm extra like that, and I don't get enough sleep, so I need to cover up everything. We need to cover up, you know, just act like these dark circles don't exist, and like I've had a full night of sleep instead of 2 hours. So you know, there's that. But I really like the concealer and the powder. I think it's great. I don't know if I'm gonna put this powder all over my face again, just because I like a little bit more of my skin tone. I feel like with translucent powder, it's not necessarily translucent for me in that regard. As far as on the rest of my face, but underneath my eyes, I will still use it, and it's just fine. And like I said, it's not doing much for oil control, but again, she didn't promise. I don't remember her promising and doing for oil control, so I think it did good overall, and I'm quite impressed. It's like 10 something at night, I believe. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I like the powder. I like the concealer. When the powder comes back in stock, I definitely suggest you check it out. I kind of want to get the one for my skin tone now and see if it'll give like a little more coverage and like coloring that I like better for my skin tone. Oh, we didn't talk about the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm not really so impressed with it. I mean, it only had 2 shades, so I mean, like, the shade that I had to use, in my personal opinion, was deep enough. So there's that, but I feel like we knew I was going to say that because I was already complaining at the beginning about it being like the Westman Atelier. So maybe she needs to come out with a like deep dark, and then maybe that'll work for people my actual skin tone, because it wasn't hitting. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.